Hey friend, happy new year. And I want to make sure that 2026 is the best year ever for growth for you and your business. I think we're moving into it's like the most exciting time ever to be a founder, to own, what you're working on. And the landscape is changing a lot. And to be a smaller company, there's so much benefit to being able to move really quickly and to be able to, make decisions on your own and then just adjust and change. Okay, we're going to swap this piece of tech out for this other piece of tech, or, we're going to try this company versus this other company, like this vendor, this other vendor, being able to make a lot of those decisions for yourself and not being like really married to the old way of doing things. For people that are open to changing, the way that they've been doing things in the past, to like kind of challenging the status quo, into thinking outside the box, and really believing that you can invent your way out of these boxes, and out of these problems, invent your way around these problems. Like people that really believe in that and believe in agency, like that they can do things and change things, like they're really, really going to win big in 2026. And so if that's you, you're at the right channel for sure. And my name's Enzo. I'm the founder of Prism. And it's been so exciting over 2025 to be applying AI and these different systems to all of our clients' businesses and to be seeing them grow and have so much more success and to be able to spend less time on the marketing and tech. Like none of them liked working on that. Like none of them liked looking at how Google's algorithm was changing every day, and how, to show up better in AI search and how the different crawling bots are changing, for OpenAI and Anthropic and Gemini, and like how they evaluate certain sources versus others. It's really exhausting to keep up with all that, even if you're like really into it. Even if you're into it, it's exhausting. It's like drinking from a fire hose. I mean, because there's just so much that's changing and we're accelerating so much. But I think that today's video, I just want to emphasize that like the number one biggest, most important skill for you to develop is being able to delegate your work. So being able to basically look at your work kind of like as a layman and be like, how would I explain this to a layman, like someone who doesn't understand it at all, who's like totally new to it? And how would I break it down into its most basic kind of form? Like a recipe, like a step-by-step, okay, like here's what I do first, here's what I do second, here, I look at these pages, or I look at these apps and I pull in this data. And the people that are in like, yes, like it takes energy to do that, but the people that are able to kind of really be thoughtful about that, like all those little details and steps, and are able to kind of write them down into like a spec or like into instructions, and so they can delegate it to like as if they were going to hire someone to do it, or if they were hiring an executive assistant, they would say like, okay, this is like how I like to travel, or like whatever, like this is where I like to book, like all these different things about like how do I share everything about like how I would normally do this business process and package it up in a way that anybody can understand it. Ideally somebody who's like not even that intelligent, like they might be really new to it and not have that much experience and not really be that intelligent. But the reason that I'm saying that that's the most important skill to develop is because we're all going to have this limitless tap of super intelligent agents it's really inexpensive, to give them work. There was kind of this phenomenon, if you guys might be familiar with it, about like outsourcing, work out to the Philippines and other countries, and kind of this idea of having like all these assistants or people that are like doing kind of contract, like smaller piece work, in your business, and they're handling all that overseas because it's way less expensive and the work isn't like super duper complex. And so they're able to execute on it. And like, they don't have to be, sitting next to you, the founder, to be able to, know what to do. They can really kind of do it themselves. And that's why like the whole business model of like call centers was really successful and popular, and like outsourcing that, and like giant businesses were sprung up out of nothing, over these past few years for doing that, for outsourcing, work like that out to other countries. And so that's kind of the way, like if people who were like who like bought into that, and that was like this weird kind of thing, it's just risky. Like a lot of people, like they would hire, I think one of the companies is called Athena. I might be getting that wrong, but they get you like assistants from, I think, the Philippines and other countries. And one of the things you could do is like you get like an executive assistant or an assistant where they would have access, to all of your work email, and they would reply to work emails for you. And they would like, that was one of the biggest things that people would use these like operators for overseas is to be able to just, run their email for them essentially. And so it took a certain kind of person to be willing to like take that jump, because it's a little bit scary. It's like you're personal to you. It's your email. It's like your name on it. This person could, what if they like, take my email and they start writing emails to other people, or they say it in the wrong way to people with like relationships I care about, like there's all these kind of red flags or things like that to be scared about it. And a lot of people, I think, didn't make that jump into delegating work into people, they're helping overseas, because they were afraid of that, and they just didn't feel comfortable with it. But the people that did, I think that their businesses grew a lot, and they were able to take a lot of that, they were able to basically buy back their time and take that time and spend it on things that are higher leverage vehicles, for them to be thinking about or be spending, their time on in the business. And therefore, like, the business grew like a lot more. It's just like, as a founder, like, you shouldn't be caught up in these different there's so many different parts of your business, especially as it grows. It has to do so many different things, like compliance and accounting and tax and customer success. And like a lot of it's repetitive, and it's just not the best use of your time. One of the things that's, I think that the best use of the founder's time is being able to try new things, like being able to try new things. Like most other people, they just don't have in the company, like the power or like the moral authority of like, where all the teams, oh yeah, they built this business, like they can make the decisions. Like, just, if you're some middle manager, you don't have like that same moral authority and that power to be able to be like, okay, we're going to change in which, cloud provider we're using, or which like tech stack we're using here, who we're using for forms, or how this process is done here. We're going to try agents here. Like, you're just not going to have that same level of like moral authority. And so that's why it's so important for the person that has all that power to not be like, doing the customer success every single day. It's like, that's why it's so important to outsource some of these things. And these agents are really good at that. And now we're moving into a place where, from an engineering perspective, I mean, it's like you can hire like 100x engineers on tap, like these people that are like super intelligent, can write really great code that works great, like build great software, bespoke software for your business, like that. And this is just a start, like we've already seen, like it's basically completely transformed the way that engineering works and the way that software is developed. And software is just the start of it. Because these agents are going to get really good at, and they're already good at customer success, like they're getting better at it. So, but they're going to start getting better at sales, at marketing, at accounting, at finance, like raising money, all these sorts of things, hiring people, like, putting on events, like it's just the limits of this start to get really crazy when you start to think about it, like how quickly things are progressing right now, and what it's going to look like, in a couple months or a year. Like, it's really, really insane. And so the number one biggest skill to work on is delegation, like being able to be like, okay, what do I kind of do from a day-to-day basis? And what is something that I probably shouldn't be doing? Like I probably should be spending more time on this thing, like this new product, this feature, or like rethinking the culture of this part of the company, or whatever the thing is, instead of being, like in the like really nitty-gritty weeds of like filing all the taxes and like doing like the first interview for all the new hires, or whatever the thing is. It's just start to like develop that muscle of delegating. And the thing about it is, like, you have to think about, like, okay, that's one thing, like breaking down like what you're doing right now into like really small bite-sized pieces you can hand over to a new hire, to an agent. But then also like understanding, okay, what's the right way to hand it over to the agent? What's the right way to use these agents, and what's the right way to build a system where you string them together so they can all do the best things that they're best at, like that's really the skill. But it's all about you developing the skill of building a system, around your business. And every business is different. And so it's like, and every founder is different. And so I think that the number one thing is like, how can you make it so that build a house like that you want to live in, like that you're like, I want to work on this business for like a long time, like in the long term. And how would I, reverse engineer it where it's really fun and enjoyable for me, but that I'm spending time on the things like that I'm really skilled at, and I'm getting better at those skills that are deeply fulfilling to me to get better at. And by nature, that our customers and our business are benefiting from it. And how can I delegate the stuff that's not that to other systems that are really powerful at doing them? It's just, these are the types of things that compound and accelerate your business into infinity, so This is the most exciting time ever to be a founder. I'm so excited for you. If you're starting a business or you have a business right now and you're really thinking about taking it to the next level, it's just, everything's going to accelerate. If you're willing to look and you're willing to let go of some of the old, standard ways of doing things or things that you might have gotten more comfortable with, and to try out these new things. And so, if all this is speaking to you, you're in the right place. Like, I want to be your friend, hang out in the channel and like, let me know what other content you're curious about. Cause we're trying all these things for all of the client businesses we work with. And I'm basically just going to show like on the channel, like what's working best for us and how we're doing it, and why we're doing it. And I would just love to, this is the thing that keeps me up at night right now. Like, I'm so excited about it, and I want to meet other people and work with other people that are interested in it too, and are thinking about like, how do I level up this for my business, and are trying, different agents in different places. I'm so excited about that, so, and I'm going to share, like, I'm not going to gatekeep anything. I'm just going to share everything that I learned with this. And then of course, if you want us to just do it for you and like implement the best systems that we found for you, you can become a Prism client too on our website. But until then, I just want to share, I just want to share and talk about this stuff because I think it's so exciting, and like no one knows where it's going. Like literally, if you look at like, the top engineers, the people that are building these LLMs, like they don't know where it's going, man. It's just, but all we know is that it's going fast. And so, yeah, it's just what a beautiful time, and just be like, think about that. Like, what do I really want to do? What do I really want to do over the next like 10 years, and start to think about how do you build that house that you really want to live in, and that you're excited about, and that you want to invite like other people to too, that's like the business you're going to be living in the next coming years if you build it right.